Tuliona GOR Mahia wakidraw na Murang'a Seal 2-2. Tulikuwa hiyo game na kulikuwa na chaos zilizua at the end of that game. AFC Leopards walipigwa na Ulinzi Stars pale Kinoru Stadium. Harambee Stars walikuwa wacheza na South Sudan, wakatolewa Chan, walidraw 1-1. Mimi naitwa Makinyanjui ama ukitaka Kinyawai, na hii show ndo tunaongelea all things local sports. Let's address the elephant in the room, which is GOR Mahia against Murang'a Seal. Hiyo game ilikuwa inachezewa Machakos. Hii game inaitangwa SportPesa Derby because both teams are sponsored by SportPesa. So kitu ili happen hiyo game, of course GOR Mahia walikuwa under pressure heading into this game. Before that game, GOR walikuwa wamepigwa na City Stars that Monday, that is 5 days before the Saturday game. Game walipigwa 2-1 na City Stars, na kulikuwa na so much controversy in the sense that some of the players had featured in unsanctioned friendly matches for team inaitwa Mosquito FC, and coach Leoneva of course akadrop some of those players. It's namely Rooney Onyango and Austin Odhiambo, who are away with Harambee Stars. Of course kulikuwa na watu wengine kama Musa Masika, kulikuwa na wase wengine kama there were a couple of players ambao walifeature in that unsanctioned match, and then the coach was not happy about it, so he dropped some of those players, and as a result GOR Mahia hawakucheza vizuri, wakapigwa by 2-1. Hii likasirisha mafans sana na wakademand better results against Murang'a Seal. So heading into this game, GOR Mahia knew they had to win at any costs ama ingeleta noma, and that's exactly what happened. So first half GOR Mahia walikuwa very comfortable. They were the better team against Murang'a. By halftime walikuwa 2 goals up, and they could have been up by even 2 more goals because unapata mse kama Samuel Kapena alihata 2 clear chances which will have put them 4 goals up by halftime. Of course hiyo lineup ilikuwa questionable juu tuliona mse kama Philemon Otieno, who wasn't playing a lot last season under Jonathan McKinstry, was actually not only being played but he was being played as a center back. Ilikuwa too very questionable, but then second half Murang'a Seal waka up the intensity. Of course they used their wingers who stretched the play. Obina na mse anaitwa Elisaenyi, who scored the equalizing goal, walikuwa na wa stretch sana, na ilikuwa inatengenezea the number 10 Joe Waithera space, who was actually named man of the match. I think goal wali equalize shortly after the break, and then just before full time sawazisha tie ikakuwa 2-2, na hiyo ndo ikaleta nuksi. So by full time mafans waliingia kwa study, wakaendea coach. The coach was actually roughed up kidogo, and it had to take for the law enforcers to actually throw tear gas. Ile tear gas nilikunywa my friend, usitake jua, tulikunywa tear gas sana, and then it had to take for us kwanza tuende kwa pitch alongside some of the Murang'a fans and the players, tungoje chaos itulie, because the GOR Mahia players had to be taken to safety, and then everyone was dispersed by the law enforcers. I got to interview some of the coaches and some of the players, and this is what Joe Waithera actually had to say on the state of hooliganism.
To opponents wamepata draw. I think wao walikuwa wamekaa it's a win and it's a win, but then lazima ukubali either win or draw or lose. Now when it happens to such things kwa football, hawezi kubali kushindwa. I don't know now penye tunaelekea, but at the end of the day now we have to accept and take it easy. So si show poa venye imefanyika, fans kwenda coach and all stuff, but anyway on our side tunaomba tu mambo ikuwe poa na watu wakala.
Of course pia coach aliongea kidogo. Coach alielezea tactics, how he managed to come back and enforce a draw against GOR Mahia, and this is what he had to say.
We changed all the one thing. We removed Owen. We bring Nico. Yeah. We told Nico, you go and play with Joe, because Nico is too good for going up. Yeah. That's the only thing that we changed. Yeah. But GOR Mahia did not understand. Yeah. And the fitness is good. Yeah. So we play with the double 10. Yeah.
Yes, and then moving from there to Ombe tuone what is going to happen. I don't know if Leoneva is going to stick on to his job, because he was really roughed up, and this is not something you want to see in local football. You don't want to see hooliganism. We are in 2024. Na hiyo si poa. And speaking of hooliganism, there was another match, AFC Leopards against Ulinzi Stars. Ulinzi waliwapiga by 2-0 pale Kinoru Stadium. Of course, Ulinzi are hosting their matches at Kinoru Stadium because their home ground Ulinzi Sports Complex imefungwa because it's being renovated because of CHAN 2024. It's going to be used as one of the training grounds come February 2025 when that tournament will be taking place in Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania, apart from just the 2027 AFCON. Ulinzi waliwapiga by 2-0. Ulinzi Stars walifunga both goals in the second half. The first goal ilifungwa na Yakin, who was named man of the match, and then ya pili ikafungwa na Boniface Mushiri mwenye alifunga ya pili. Na at full time hiyo kitu ilileta noma sana because Coach Tomas Trucha had to be protected by stewards coming off the ground. Juu mafans walikuwa wamejam wakaanza hadi kumrushia machupa, na kama si intervention ya hao stewards maybe pia yangerafiwa up the way Leonardo Neiva was roughed up. And this is not right for Kenyan football because fans are getting very impatient now wanapiga makoches, and I don't think it's something that should be condoned at all. My only play of faith is that Shabana hawataenda hiyo direction. Shabana have yet to win any game so far this season. Again, they were frustrated from getting all the 3 points over the weekend, and na hiyo si right, but because even them they had to ask their head coach Samuel Molopamzo to step aside because he lost to Sofapaka in front of a packed Gusii Stadium, na hiyo since then wamekuwa kitumia interim. But this is not right in local football. This is not the way to go, bana. In my opinion, I don't think hooliganism in 2024 should be condoned. Yes, coaches will have bad results. Yes, saa zingine performance is satisfactory, but it doesn't mean we resort to kupigana, because for me it doesn't sit right at all, resorting to violence to try and address your issues. We know the fact that these fans walikuwa na call for Trucha's head. Walimpe warning letter after he lost to Morangasil by 1-0. Wakampe warning letter, and then again when he lost to Ulinzi, unaona venye kunaenda saa hizi. So let us wait and see. Hopefully the results can improve so that the pressure can get off his back, but that is not right. I don't think it's the right way to address your concerns, both GOR Mahia and AFC Leopards fans. And finally, I'm going to speak about the results. This is what happened over the weekend. Like I said, Ulinzi Stars beat AFC Leopards by 2-0. Tuliona Mathare United walipiga KCB. They gave them their first loss of the season by 1-0. Mara Sugar beat Bidco United by 2-0. Of course, Tusker never played this weekend at all. Sofapaka, they're starting to gain momentum. They beat Kakamega Homeboys by 2-0. FC Talanta drew 1-1 with Kariobangi Sharks. They drew 1-1 with Kariobangi Sharks. And the table as it stands right now, venye table inakaa saa hizi tukiona, unapata KCB bado wako on top. Mara Sugar second on 14 points. KCB are first on 17 points. Mara Sugar second on 14 points. Kariobangi Sharks are third on 13 points. Mathare United are fourth on 11 points. AFC Leopards are fifth on 10 points. Bandari are sixth on 9 points. And then GOR Mahia, the defending champions, are 10th on 8 points. Tukiangalia huko chini, Shabana are rock bottom of the league on 18 points. Kakamega Homeboys are 17th on 5 points, and Posta Rangers are 16th on 5 points. So let us wait and see venye developments zitaendelea over the next couple of weeks. But tukiongelea Harambee Stars, Harambee Stars were knocked out of qualifying for CHAN 2025. Of course, by default, they already qualified by virtue of being hosts, but they were unable to claw back against South Sudan. They drew by 1-1. First leg walikuwa wamepigwa by 2-0. Engine Firat decided to shake things up and decided to bring 11 fresh players and dropped 13 players. Austin Odhiambo scored the opening goal, but then South Sudan waka equalized just before the break, and that's how the game ended. There is pressure on Engine Firat's back as to why he's not winning games. This is now his fourth game without a win in charge of Harambee Stars. It's understandable in my opinion, considering the fact that amepe many players chances, so hajajenga team ya kucheza this qualifier. So almost the team that played in the second leg is almost different from the one that played in the first leg. And of course, when you bring players together to start playing, it's no surprise that hawatakuwa gelled. Na as a result, South Sudan, who had something to play for because they are looking to qualify for the tournament, were more motivated. But hiyo kupigwa na South Sudan, as much as Kenya were qualified, that is not a good sign. And Firat and his coaching staff, they need to find a way to build a good team and find good players that will represent the country at the tournament, that will be taking part on home soil partly next year. And you don't want Wakenya wakijiembarrass on home soil. So yes, hiyo ndo vitu zilikuwa zina happen over the weekend. Mimi nimekuwa host wako ama nimekuwa presenter wako Maki Nyanjui ama ukitaka Kinyawai. Until tupatane next time, let's keep it Pulse Sports.